Hello, America. I'd just like to take some time out today to talk to you about our presidential debates. But first, before I do that, I would like to show you a couple of clips that will help inform my argument or discussion, more or less. And here we go.
Donald Trump.
This is the most important election in the history of our country.
Joe Biden.
Donald Trump doesn't understand duty, honor, country.
The most anticipated moment of the election.
Biden wants to surrender our country to the virus.
He knew how deadly it was.
He's following the radical left agenda.
Do I look like a radical socialist with a soft spot for rioters? Really?
The first presidential debate. Watch it live on CNN. Special coverage next Tuesday starting at 7.
This is the most important election in the history of our country.
The end of this chapter of American darkness began here tonight.
President Donald Trump, former Vice President Joe Biden face off in an epic showdown to decide the future of our nation. And America's premier journalist, Chris Wallace, moderates this can't-miss event. The biggest stage, the biggest stakes, the future of America. Chris Wallace moderates the first presidential debate, Tuesday on Fox News Channel. America is watching.
So, 2020, this is politics in 2020, everybody. Big, grandiose election, biggest election in history. Oh my gosh, we're off the deep end. We're off the deep end. Everything is so hyped. Everything is epic, big, important. And when did American politics become Game of Thrones? When you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. Did you know that? You die. And I feel like that's where we've gotten to. I feel like Trump has always been this way. He's been this figurehead of, I'm vocal. I don't care what you think. I'm going to attack you. And you're bad. I'm good. And that's what won him the election. And I feel like Joe Biden has to match that kind of behavior. I don't think it's constructive. Any of this debate was not constructive. I think Joe Biden has kind of sank to Donald Trump's level, but he has to. He has to do this because if he doesn't, he won't win. It's the Game of Thrones. I feel like this is not really who Joe Biden is. This is not what we saw from him in the Obama administration. It's not what we saw from him really leading up into the debate. I mean, all of his, of course, he didn't, like the Democratic debate, of course, is more just with Democrats, and there's not as much clashing of politics as much as the Republican side. But he has to match this sort of activity because that's what the American people want. That's what the media wants anyways. I don't want to generalize all of American people because I do not want this. I think this was horrible. I think it's disgusting, disgraceful to America because we're just shouting nonsensical morons. Those two people as our figureheads, shouting nonsensical morons. What happened to civil discussions? What happened to respecting your fellow man and their opinions and views? But that's not what we want to see. And that's not what people are laughing about, not what people are joking about, not what people are talking about today. If they just sat down and had a civilized discussion about politics in America and where they stand and what they're going to do for the country, it wouldn't have had so many millions and millions of viewers. I didn't see the numbers yet of how many people watched, what the networks got as far as views and stuff goes. But I don't need to see that because I don't want to see that because I know it's going to make me depressed. I just hate how the hyped up, most important election, biggest election. I mean, whenever Abraham Lincoln was elected and we had slavery and all that stuff and he fought against it and we had the Civil War, and how was that not the most important one of the most important elections? This election, of course, it is important because our country is falling apart, I feel like, but it's not the biggest, most important. It's so grandiose. It's hyperbole. It's crazy how hyperbolic this is. It just blows my mind. I'm trying to be neutral here. I really don't care for either candidate that much. I lie I'm with Andrew Yang. I'm Yang Gang 100%. 100%. But he's not in the running. I mean, he was a candidate, but check out, if you don't recognize these two, of course, my side goes more to the Democrats. Biden is the Democratic side. His view of America is more of what I would want to see. I do want to see some change. I don't think Trump has been good for the country. He's lied to me times. I just don't like. I'm trying not to get too much into the politics stuff because that's not my main issue. My main issue was the debate not having a civil discussion, not being able to look each other in the face and just talk about issues, and having this big ordeal, blowing it up. That's my main issue. If you want to move humanity forward, go to Move Humanity Forward, search that in Google, find that site, Andrew Yang, and read about it, read up on it. And I feel like that's where our politics should be going, to move humanity forward. That's my little plug. That's what I'm really about. That's what I feel. And this is more just a rant, but let's have a discussion, guys, and be civil about it, okay? I'll be civil with you. You be civil with me, and let's work things out. And let's not have this country fall to pieces. And vote. Use your power. Vote. Look into your candidates. Look into the people that are running in your state, and cast your vote for the people that you feel most aligned with your beliefs and what you want to see happen. That's the only way we have good elected officials come into power, and we just don't have the same old people, nothing against old people, but the same old people getting elected. The rant over. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, I do not do mostly political stuff. I will talk about it if a certain thing arises and I feel passionate enough to talk about it, but most of the time it's not really political based. So thank you if you're watching for that. Subscribe to see other kind of videos I do on this channel. I do vlogs, I do reactions, I do tier lists, I do movie commentaries. And check out the podcast that I do. If you want to come on and talk politics with me after seeing this, I'll welcome you on. We can talk about anything and everything. That's it. Subscribe for bigger and better content, and I will see you later.